I know if he was standing here today, he'd be in tears. They're recreating here the 1955 Grey Cup. The Edmonton Eskimos won 1954, 55, and 56. As soon as I walked in through the doors and I saw this surreal scene set up, it hit right here in the heart.
You don't know how much this means to our family.
5-1 ball game.
As a kid, all I've ever seen is black and white film, still black and white pictures, trophies of his career, friends coming up to us saying your dad was such a great football player. That's all I had until I walked onto this set. It was as if I was thrown back into time.
Hey, Dad!
Thank you.
Nice to meet you too. Greg. Nice to meet you. My son Brendan. What's up, Gramps?
He was, yes, the first Asian male to play for the CFL, and he became part of the CFL Hall of Fame because of his 13-year storied career with 3 years with Calgary, 10 years with Edmonton.
Norman Kwong on his second try goes over for a touchdown.
He was the leading rusher of Canadian descent for at least 40 to 50 years, and that was his big claim to fame.
We'd like to tell stories about people and events who in one way or another helped shape the Canada in which we live today. Norman Kwong, who by any measure was an extraordinary Canadian. First Chinese Canadian professional football player, of course later role as a president of the Calgary Flames, winning their only Stanley Cup to date, and finally as a very distinguished Lieutenant Governor. It's a great life story overall.
Action.
As I did more research about Norman Kwong, I found so many similarities. My parents immigrated to Canada. Our ancestors are from the same province in China. My parents opened a convenience store in Montreal. And I faced a lot of racial slurs, adversity growing up, so I know what he lived through, and that's why I feel as though there's this deep connection.
Dad was never one to sit us down as a family and talk about the trials and tribulations. He was so proud of his parents who immigrated from China. They came over and basically the first wave and basically fell into a pit of opportunity, but a lot of racism as well. But worked hard, started in the Bridgeland area of Calgary, and so no different than any other immigrant family, but took that opportunity and didn't waste it.
We hope people see individual connections in the minute. They either say, oh, that could have been me, or I wish that was me, or I wonder if I would have the courage for that to be me, or there's the person who made it possible for me to be me today, which is also what we learn from history.
If there was one group that I would want them to see this 1 minute, Heritage Minute, would be the next generation of immigrants coming into this country. What Canada will give you is opportunity. Work hard, be a good citizen, contribute to society, and things will play out. You might not make the CFL Hall of Fame, but it's a great place to be relative to other countries, what we're seeing right now.